Okay, I'm just setting up the live stream. It won't be long. So, in front of us on the ground, we have the brand new Carenado Beechcraft B55 Baron in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. And we're going to have a good look around it and then take it for a flight. So it should be interesting. So let's just pan around it with the camera first. So obviously there is a Baron that comes with the simulator, but it's nowhere near as good as this one. And you'll see what I mean when we get inside it. I think this is going to become a firm favourite with lots and lots of people. Maybe not for its out-and-out realism, but because it's a Carenado aeroplane, so they aim for accessibility, to allow everybody to have fun with the product rather than the select few who want to learn all about operating engines in different temperatures and environments and looking after the aeroplane. But yeah, as you can see, I mean, just look at the detail. The material modelling on this thing is stunning. Absolutely incredible. So I'm just going to have a good look around the aeroplane to show off the undeniable effort that has gone into this aeroplane from the designers that worked on it. It's something else, it really is. There is not a corner that hasn't been given an awful lot of attention. It's quite ridiculous, really. I mean, if we come up inside the undercarriage bay and go and look at the stickers, look at the resolution of a sticker on the leg of the undercarriage. It's really a bit crazy, isn't it? I mean, we can even get the camera to go places we really shouldn't be, to go and have a look at them. Okay, so let's just look at this underneath the engine. Oh, you can see a bit of a shortcut there. Look, where the pipes go into a wall. But can you really blame them? Okay, let's go inside the aeroplane. Obviously, it's no wind outside. We're on the edge of Chicago at the moment. So Chicago is famously known as the Windy City. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. It just looks real, doesn't it? So coming up through the cockpit, let's go and have a look at the instruments and the instrument panel. So you can see we've got a weather radar, we've got a transponder, and then a GNS 430 and a 530. Those can be switched out for more modern instruments like the GTN 750. But you can also, you'll notice on the pilot side of the cockpit there are some glass avionics in amongst the traditional kind of six-pack instruments that can be swapped out as well. I haven't tried it with career mode. I'm just looking at the live stream comments while I'm looking around this here. But just looking at the instrument panel, look how real it looks. It's like photographic. It's quite ridiculous, but very, very clean and clear as well, which isn't always the case in the simulator, is it? So let's go and have a little look around, and you can see the yokes have been modelled properly with the kind of curious arrangement of the Baron, and underneath we've got all the switchgear down here. So you've got the cowl flaps, Got the trim wheels. It's very cool, isn't it? So let's just fly back out into the wind. Just even the slight imperfections in the engine covers are very, very nicely done. I wonder if those actually show the numbers. I bet they do.
SkyWest 5106, contact Chicago Center on 126.425.
So I've got SayIntentions running in the background. It's the Alpha that has the living world, so we're going to have GA aircraft around us during the flight. Yeah, it's a lovely looking airplane, isn't it? So let's go and have a quick look up at the light. I think once we get it running, we'll have another look around outside, so we get to listen and look at the lights. So yeah, I think you're going to be surprised just how real it looks once it gets up and running, and how good it sounds. I've gone through and fired it up once myself already. Okay, so we've had a look around with the drone camera. I'm going to go and pull the power on the drone camera so it doesn't start drifting by accident during our flight, because that would be a bit of a disaster. And we're going to press Shift and X to put ourselves inside the aeroplane. And I'll do this without using the... is there a jet? Oh, there's a couple of business jets right next to us, look. And there's somebody coming past in a CJ4, isn't it? Obviously, Living World kind of transforms Flight Simulator in that regard. You will see aeroplanes, although look at that, someone's going through a static aeroplane. It's not perfect yet, like I said, it's still in alpha. Okay, let's go and put the props to max, crack the throttle open, go and put the mixtures all the way forward to rich. We're going to look on the floor and advance the fuel selectors to on both sides. So I mentioned earlier inside the tablet, if we come back to the aeroplane, actually the apps, there is a B55 app. So this is, instead of having their own tablet, they're using the one in the sim in 2024. So within here you can go and switch on and off. So if we wanted to, we could toggle this so we can have normal analog instruments if we want, which to be honest, I'm inclined to use those instead. I don't like glass instruments very much. I think everybody knows that. Okay. So the switches for the alternator and battery are over here. So battery on. So you can see some of the stuff has come on already. And then we'll go and put the beacon lights on. Go and turn the nav lights on. And we have actually got a fuel pump over here. So I want to show you all the sounds basically. Okay, so I cracked the throttle open, didn't I? Yeah. Let's go and turn the engine over then. Okay, and then we got the left engine. Let's go and turn it over. And taking them both up to 1000 RPM. So I think the mixing of the sounds could do with a little bit of work, with the engine start tapering into the normal engine running sound. It's pretty good though. Let me just check the volume level for you, make sure you can hear it. Yeah, you can. It probably needs to be turned down if anything, so you can hear me over it. Okay, so once you've got the engines up and running, we can go and put the avionics suite on, and that will fire up the Garmin's. We can then go and put the so transponders on standby. We've got a weather radar down here, which does appear to work. We'll try it out en route, but the weather isn't actually doing much today, so we won't see anything. Got cowl flaps down here, which are wide open at the moment. If you go and look underneath, you can can see the cowl flaps there underneath the engines. So I very unhelpfully haven't gone and removed any of the chocks or anything. Shall I do it now? Can I get to that from this side? We creep behind the propeller. There we go. Don't think it's got any static ports or anything. So I said we'd go and have a look. So look, they've got properly modelled lights that rotate. I like that. You don't often see that in the simulator. Okay, so Shift and C will put us back inside the aeroplane, and we'll go and switch on the GPSs. So what does the engine sound like? We're sat here on the parking brake, so there's going to be no harm in opening it up. How about the engine gauges? Let's have a look at them. Okay, let's go and turn on the distance measuring equipment as well. They still haven't captured just yet. We'll wait for them to capture, and then I've taken the liberty of putting our route into the flight planner already. So if we zoom out, you can see our basic route. We may only get as far as the south end of Lake Michigan, but you can see all of the simulated aeroplanes coming in from Living World around us. So as soon as we tune the radio in, we'll hear the comms from anybody obviously on the same frequency as us. The real reason for coming in here, though, is I can then send this route to the GPS. So send to the avionics and close. Just so we've got a broad rule of thumb to navigate by. So this is on GPS mode at the moment. We're going to do VOR navigation to make it a bit more fun. So let's go and press both buttons, because it's a Carenado aeroplane and they seem to have gone their own way with that. So we're down here. First leg is going to be down to the Northbrook VOR, which is 11300. Can we pick it up from here? Apparently not. Hopefully it will start working once we're in the air. We are 23 miles from it, and it has a range of 130, so you'd imagine it should pick it up, but maybe not at ground level. Okay, let's put the taxi light on, and not the strobe just yet. What is that noise? Interesting. Okay, so we're going to go and talk to ground and request taxi. So wind is from the east, 9 knots. I'm guessing we're going for runway 15. So we'll be going what? So Alpha Bravo to 15 maybe? Let's find out. Did I tune that in? So let's check. Ground frequency 121875. 121875 is showing on the comm radio. And we are at Kenosha. Okay. Kenosha ground. Baron Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo requesting taxi to runway 15. Let's see what route they tell us.
Baron Bravo Echo Kilo, taxi to runway 15 via Delta, Delta 1, cross runway 33, then Bravo 2, Bravo, cross runway 25 right, then Bravo 1.
So they want us to go all the way around. Okay, that's fine. Makes it a bit more interesting for us. Taxi to runway 15 via Delta, Delta 1, cross runway 33, then Bravo 2, Bravo, cross runway 25 right, then Bravo 1. Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, thank you. Okay, so let's go and get on our way. So we're going to go up here and then turn right, we'll do a dog leg, right and then left, and then hold short and request clearance to cross runway 15. So let's put the head tracking on and take the parking brake off, and we're rolling. I just reduced the engine power a little bit to stop us rolling quite so fast. It's quite crowded here, isn't it? Maybe we should have gone the other side of them. I'm just going to hold us short here for a moment. Oh, we're going the wrong way. That's why. Lack of talent. Let's do a quick U-turn. Thankfully this thing turns on a sixpence, look. Very good. I thought that looked a bit odd that we weren't seeing anything that agreed with what we'd seen on the map. Oh, we get to have another look at this really nice business jet here, don't we? Citation longitude. Make sure we don't slam into anything else. Okay, this is looking a bit more like it. So here's Delta, and it's all signed, which is good. And some more aeroplanes. So this is the dog leg. There's Delta 1, and that should be runway 15 in front of us. So they're making us taxi all the way around it rather than Kenosha ground. Baron Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo requesting clearance to cross runway 15.
Hey, good afternoon, Kenosha ground. Skyhawk 9815 Lima is over at the south ramp with Mike, looking for VFR flight following to Door County, that is Kilo Sierra Uniform Echo, 4,500 feet.
Baron Bravo Echo Kilo, cross runway 15 approved.
Cross runway 15 approved, Bravo Echo Kilo. Okay, then we taxi down, cross the other runway. So this is runway 7, which ends closer to us. Yes, 07, I guess. Ground, Baron Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo requesting clearance to cross runway 7. Can't see anything around.
Baron Bravo Echo Kilo, cross runway 7 approved.
And this will take us down to runway 15. Well, that's the plan anyway. Yeah, we are taxiing a bit quickly, aren't we? Dive on the brakes.
Good afternoon, Kenosha ground. Skyhawk 405 Foxtrot Alpha is at the south ramp with India looking for VFR flat following to Milwaukee International. Alright, clear to Milwaukee, VFR at or below 15,000 feet. Departure frequency 135875, squawk 4525. And Kenosha ground, Skyhawk 405 Foxtrot Alpha is ready to taxi.
Tower, Baron, Golf Juliet, Bravo Echo Kilo, holding short to runway 15 for VFR departure.
Baron Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, Kenosha Regional Airport Tower, runway 15, winds 140 at 9 are cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 15, Bravo Echo Kilo. So I've just deployed the flaps. So the first setting, let's go and have a look at them underneath. Oh, it doesn't actually show, does it? Let's do it. So again, this is my first proper flight in the aeroplane. I very quickly had a look at it earlier just to get it sorted out in my mind where things were. So we got the landing lights down here and the strobe lights come on and we should be good to go. Can we shortcut? No, we can't shortcut the heading bug. We have to go and put it in the middle ourselves. Obviously this has no altitude pre-selector or anything fancy like that, but that's kind of not the point of the aeroplane. It's good fun. So head tracking on. We've already been given clearance. Look at the RPM on the propellers. It's enormous. Gear up. Okay. Just getting a feel for it. It's quite sensitive on the ailerons. Let's do a left turn out towards Lake Michigan. We'll start navigating soon. I just want to get a fly around with it first. So someone's on about how I'm looking around the cockpit. I think I'm using a Tobii eye tracker, so I can just lean around, and it allows me to easily look around the cockpit. The scenery around here is very nicely done, isn't it? Now, is it just good AI or is it good photogrammetry? To be honest, that looks like photogrammetry. It's too accurate in terms of skylights and things on top of the building. So 2,500 feet, which is kind of what I was aiming for. I've forgotten to calibrate the altimeter while I was busy talking. So there's the airfield we've just departed from. That's Kenosha Regional. We'll fly overhead. We're above the pattern altitude, so it's not a big problem. Okay, let's go and navigate our way towards. So you can see the instruments have started to work. So we're heading south. So the course, of course, is pointing the wrong way.
Welcome to Kenosha. Contact ground on 121.875.
121.875, Skype Philadelphia. Good morning.
So I'm going to go over to center in a moment and ask for flight following.
Contact departure.
Was that for us? No. So we will switch over to center. So we've got CTAF, we've got center. Let's go straight for center. So 126.425. Has it changed for us? 126, yes it has. So they'll want us on a specific transponder code. Center, Baron Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, coming for 2,500 feet, departing Kenosha for a trip around Lake Michigan.
Baron Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, Chicago Center, roger. You're not under flight following. State your request if you need assistance.
Requesting flight following, Bravo Echo Kilo. Yeah, I forgot to ask.
Baron Bravo Echo Kilo, you're not under flight following. State your request if you need assistance. American 504, contact Milwaukee approach on 125.35.
Okay, so the AI wants me to request it more clearly.
American 504.
Center, Baron Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo at 2,500 feet, en route to Lake Michigan, requesting flight following. See, I haven't got a specific destination. They might not like that.
Baron Bravo Echo Kilo, flight following is on request. Squawk 6273, the ident.
6273 ident. Oh, I can't click on the button from here. And I can't move across the cockpit easily either. And now I can't get to the button there either. Everything's
Baron
in its own
Bravo
way.
Echo Kilo, radar contact. 3
Hooray.
southeast of Thompson Strawberry Farm Airport at 2500 feet. Bristol altimeter 30.06.
Chicago Center, Centurion 5 Echo Echo 1000.
Centurion 5 Echo Echo, radar contact.
Chicago Center.
This airplane's quite quick, isn't it?
3207 descending from flight level 344 down to 240.
Allegiant 3207, Chicago Center, good afternoon.
I'm just trimming it out by hand to see how it goes. So we've dropped a couple of hundred feet there while I was meddling with the radios. So the VOR is coming in, and you can see where
Kilo, contact Chicago departure on 120.55.
Contacting Chicago departure 120.55 Bravo Echo Kilo. Thank you.
Switching to Chicago, approach.
Chicago departure, Baron Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo with you 2,300 feet with flight following around Lake Michigan.
Baron Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo Chicago departure. Good afternoon, Bristol altimeter 30.03. Chicago approach. United 739 14,000.
United 739, radar contact.
Okay, we don't need the landing lights on anymore, do we? Let's go and turn those off. And the taxi lights as well. Whoa. See what I mean about it being a bit twitchy? So we're going to get the autopilot on, see how well that works. Everything's in the way of itself, isn't it?
Chicago departure, Cardinal 5 Alpha Kilo 1000.
Cardinal 5 Alpha Kilo, radar contact.
So, if we want to have a play with that autopilot, I'm just turning head tracking off for a moment.
Husky 9er India Charlie, contact Chicago departure on 120.55. Over to Chicago departure on 120.55. Husky 9er India Charlie.
Okay, so that works the same as some of the other Carenados. The arm doesn't do anything, but the vertical speed does. So that should take us up to 2,500 feet. I mentioned earlier it doesn't have a pre-selector, but obviously it's got it built into the autopilot, so it doesn't need one.
Chicago departure, Husky 9er India Charlie 1000.
I wonder if we can get away with leaning the engine out
Husky 9er India Charlie, radar contact.
I'm just watching the RPM as we do that. That's pretty good, look. We can save quite a lot of fuel. Oh, we're losing a little bit of RPM there.
Clearance, Skyhawk 6383 at signature.
There is a prop sync down here.
To Green Bay.
Not sure if it does anything, but should we go and turn the weather radar on? There's no weather to see, but you never know.
Signature with information Victor. Request IFR to Green Bay.
1 second while I grab the paperwork.
Okay, so the autopilot annunciators work okay then. That's pretty good. Or indicators, I should say. And the distance measuring equipment's working well as well. It gives you time estimate as well as your ground speed and distance, obviously, to the VOR.
Baron Bravo Echo Kilo, contact Chicago departure on 125.0.
Contact Chicago departure 125.0 Bravo Echo Kilo. Good day. Chicago departure, Baron Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo with you 2,500 feet on a tour of Lake Michigan.
Baron Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, Chicago departure. Good evening, Chicago. Waukegan altimeter 30.03.
Chicago departure, SkyWest 6481, 1000, yeah.
Let's go and speed this back up a bit.
SkyWest 6481, radar contact. Chicago approach, American 501, 1000. American 501, radar contact.
Just keeping an eye on the speed.
Chicago approach, Delta 2646, 14000.
Delta 2646, radar contact. Cargo King 228, contact Chicago departure on 125.0. Switching to Chicago departure on 125.0. Cargo King 228. Baron Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, Chicago departure. Remain clear of the Chicago class Bravo airspace. Remain on this frequency. Chicago departure, Cargo King 228, 1000.
We're about to turn away from it, but
Cargo
let's have a
King
quick look.
228, radar contact. Cargo King 228, contact Chicago Center on 126.425. Over to Chicago Center on 126.425.
So let's take our right turn now then. So if we go...
American 1421, 2000 for 4000. American 1421, radar contact. Climb and maintain 13-3000. Baron Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, Chicago departure. What's your final? American 869, contact Chicago Center on 135.15. Switching to Chicago Center on 135.15, American 869.
Departure, Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo. We are doing a tour of Lake Michigan. We will stay clear of the airspace as requested.
Descending to 5,000, cleared for the RNAV, runway 27 right approach, Delta 2299.
Baron Bravo Echo Kilo, roger, continue your tour and remain clear of the Chicago class Bravo airspace.
I wonder if we can get it, if we zoom out on here, will it show us the airspace? I'm not sure if it will.
American 1421, contact Chicago departure on
I think it's the green line, isn't it? So we need a few more degrees to the right.
On 125.0, American 1421.
SkyWest 4766, contact Chicago departure on 125.0.
Over to Chicago departure on 125.0, SkyWest 4766.
Lindbergh 45.
So that's going to throw some of our original plan out of the window, yeah. So they want us to stay away from this area, look.
Lindbergh 4518. Chicago departure, SkyWest 4766, 1000.
SkyWest 4766, radar contact. SkyWest 6300, contact Chicago departure on 125.0.
Over to Chicago departure on 125.0 East, SkyWest 6300.
Chicago departure, Lindbergh.
So we're going the long way around.
1000.
Lindbergh 4518, radar contact.
Chicago departure, SkyWest 6300, 1000.
SkyWest 6300, radar contact.
Chicago departure, American 1421, 1000.
American 1421, radar contact. Delta 2299, contact Chicago Tower on 128.15.
Over to Chicago Tower on 128.15, 0 Delta 2299.
Cargo King 228, direct Dula. Understood. Direct Dula, Cargo King 228. Chicago approach, Brickyard 4383, 1000. Brickyard 4383, radar contact.
Midway Tower, Centurion 5 Echo Echo, established on the approach.
Centurion 5 Echo Echo, roger. Cargo King 228, contact Winnipeg Center on 124.0.
All of these aeroplanes are being managed by Say Intentions.
124.0. Cargo King.
It's impressive, isn't it?
Departure United 1983, 2000 for 4000. United 1983, radar contact, climb and maintain 10,000. Climb 10,000, United 1983. American 501, direct booter. Cleared for the RNAV Zulu, runway 10 right approach, descend and maintain altitude 5,000 until established.
Down to 5,000, cleared for the RNAV Zulu, runway 10 right approach, American 501.
Brickyard 4383, proceed direct Doogie. Cleared for the ILS runway 09 or left approach.
See, we can probably go straight for the next VOR in a moment. So that's 11455.
4,000 cleared for the ILS runway 09 or left approach, Brickyard 4383. SkyWest 5108, contact Chicago departure on 125.0. Over to Chicago departure on 125.0 East, SkyWest 5108. Chicago departure, SkyWest 5108, 1000. SkyWest 5108, radar contact. United 1785, contact Chicago departure on 125.0.
Switching to Chicago departure on 125.0, United 1785.
Brickyard
Yeah, I'm not going to turn in just yet.
On 128.15. Switching to Chicago Tower on 128.15, Brickyard 4383. Centurion 5 X-ray Zulu, contact Chicago departure on 120.55.
Switching to Chicago departure on 120.55, Centurion 5 X-ray Zulu. Chicago departure, United 1785, 1000.
United 1785, radar contact.
Departure United 592 2000 for 4000.
They want us the hell out of the way of all the big aircraft, don't they?
Maintain 12, 12000.
Climb 12, 12000, United 592.
United 1983 contact Chicago departure on 125.0.
Yeah, we're going to be too close to
Switching to
the...
Chicago departure on 125.0, United 1983. Chicago departure, United 1983, 1000. United 1983 radar contact. United 1983 contact Chicago Center on 134.825. Over to Chicago Center on 134.825, United 1983. American 501 contact Chicago Tower on 128.15.
Should we go and switch on...
American 501.
Oh, actually, there's no point having the co-pilot, is there? Because I've not got an IFR flight plan.
Bomer, cleared for the RNAV runway 2 left approach. Descend and maintain 3000 until established.
Down to 3000, cleared for the RNAV.
I wonder if
Business liner 3 Bravo Papa.
this works.
Delta 2646, direct Bonzo. Cleared for the ILS runway
Apparently not.
27 right approach. Descend and maintain altitude 4000 until established.
Map outside air temperature.
ILS runway 27 right approach, Delta 2646.
Interesting.
United 592 contact Chicago departure on 125.0.
Switching to Chicago departure on 125.0 at United 592. Chicago departure, United 592, 1000.
United 592 radar contact.
So we're just skirting the edge of this airspace.
Runway 09 center approach, descend and maintain altitude 5000 until established.
Down to 5000 cleared for the RNAV runway 09 center approach, Southwest 1320.
Chicago approach, American 504, 14000. American 504, radar contact. Chicago departure, Centurion 5 X-ray Zulu, 1000. Centurion 5 X-ray Zulu, radar contact. Delta 2646, contact Chicago Tower on 128.15.
Over to Chicago Tower on 128.15 and Delta 2646.
Southwest 1320, contact Chicago Tower on 128.15.
It's a properly busy cockpit, isn't it?
Tower on 128.15, Southwest 1320.
Skywagon 2 Charlie Golf, contact John H. Batten Tower on 123.075.
Over to John H. Batten Tower on 123.075 East Skywagon 2 Charlie Golf. John H. Batten Tower, Skywagon 2 Charlie Golf, established on the approach.
Skywagon 2
So
Charlie
what's
Golf,
this
Roger.
airfield coming up?
Business liner 3 Bravo Papa contact DuPage
That will be
Tower on
DuPage.
120.9er.
Over to DuPage Tower on 120.9.
DuPage, as they call it.
3 Bravo Papa. Chicago approach, Brickyard 4706, 16000.
Brickyard 4706, radar contact. American 1676 contact Chicago departure on 125.0.
Switching to Chicago departure on 125.0, sheesh, American 1676. Chicago
Yeah, I think we
departure,
need that on for the moment, don't we?
1000.
Should we see what it looks like in Nevergraph as well?
Radar contact. Lindbergh 4518, climb and maintain 15,000.
So if we unload this and do a new flight,
Skymaster 6 Bravo Yankee contact DuPage Tower on 120.9er.
Switching to DuPage Tower on 120.9er, EE, Skymaster 6 Bravo Yankee. DuPage Tower, Skymaster 6 Bravo Yankee, established on the approach.
yeah, so there's the airspace look. Bravo.
6 Bravo Yankee, Roger.
We were inside it
American 504,
for a few minutes there,
direct Trixie. Cleared for the RNAV
which is
runway
why they wanted
09
us out
left
of it.
approach. Descend and maintain altitude 5,000 until established.
We should be okay throughout the rest of the route. I'm just having a quick look. There's a couple of
American 504. Southwest 43.5,
areas, but nothing too
direct
bad.
Hepku. Cleared for the ILS runway 13 left approach. Descend and maintain altitude 2600 until established.
Okay, let's go back out towards the
cleared for the
VOR.
ILS runway 13 left approach, Southwest 4325.
If we put this on nav mode, it will do it for us, won't
Midway
it?
Tower on 135.2.
Over to Midway Tower on 135.2, Southwest 4325.
Chicago approach, American 2285, 1000.
So that's
American
DuPage.
2285, radar contact.
Chicago approach, links 3914, 16000.
Links 3914, radar contact.
Chicago approach, United 1568, 1000.
United 1568, radar contact.
Chicago approach, American 339, 1000.
American 339, radar contact. Lindbergh 4518, contact Chicago Center on 126.275. Baron Bravo Echo Kilo, traffic at your 12 o'clock, 2 miles at 1500 Skymaster. Links 3914, contact Chicago Tower on 128.15.
Over to Chicago Tower on 128.15, links 3914.
American
2 miles, 1500
contact Chicago Center
Skymaster.
on 132.905.
Can we get this to show ADS-B? If we put this back on this mode, and then we go...
American 1574, proceed direct Doogie. Cleared for the ILS runway 09er left approach. Descend and maintain altitude 4000 until established.
Descending to 4,000 cleared for the ILS runway 09er left approach, American 1574.
Musketeer 3 India November contact Lewis Tower on 134.8.
Okay, what have I just done?
Over to Lewis Tower on 134.8, Geisha Musketeer 3 India November.
American 673.
We've just
contact
lost
Chicago
all
departure
electrical
on
power.
125.0.
Switching to Chicago departure on 125.0, our American 673. Chicago departure, American 673, 1000.
American 673, radar contact. Centurion 5 X-ray Zulu, contact Lansing Tower on 122.7.
We've had all electrical systems have failed.
Switching to Lansing Tower.
Now, is that a breaker,
Centurion 5
or is it a
X-ray
fault in the airplane?
American 1574, contact Chicago Tower on 128.15.
Switching to Chicago Tower on 128.15G, American 1574.
Did I not put the alternator?
American 1848.
Or did I hit them by accident? Have I hit? Maybe I hit a keyboard key by accident. I thought I switched them on.
Maintain 10,000.
10,000, American 1848. Departure speedbird 22,000 for 4,000.
Interesting.
Radar contact, climb and maintain 11,000.
Maybe I didn't turn the generators on.
Speedbird 20.
Lansing Tower, Centurion 5 X-ray Zulu.
Or it's much more likely I clicked something by accident, or pressed something by
X-ray
accident.
Zulu, roger. American 1848, contact Chicago departure on 125.0.
Over to Chicago departure on 125.0, Touche, American 1848.
So we're 3 miles away from the VOR, which is over to our right.
1848, 1000.
If this is working.
1848, radar contact.
It's a
Citation
bit
9,
odd that
Romeo
it's...
Bravo. Climb and maintain flight level 250.
Oh, it's behind us now.
Climb maintain 2509 Romeo
Yeah.
Bravo.
So we want to
Romeo
find
Bravo.
out...
Climb and maintain flight
There we
level
go.
310.
So we should be turning left.
Climb maintain 3109 Romeo Bravo.
Speedbird 20, contact Chicago departure on 125.0.
Over to Chicago departure on 125.0, Speedbird 20.
It's interesting we lost power, but the radio kept going. There is an option in SayIntentions to fix that, where you can have it obey the power state of the aeroplane.
9,000. United 1660, contact Chicago departure on 125.0.
Switching to Chicago departure on 125.0, United 1660.
Chicago departure, United 1660, 1000.
United 1660, radar contact.
So,
American 2323, contact Chicago Center on 126.275.
the next
Over
VOR
to Chicago Center on 126.275.
is Juliet 11230.
Chicago approach, American 338, 1000.
American 338, radar contact.
Aurora Tower, Cessna 7 X-ray November, established on the approach.
Cessna 7 X-ray November, roger.
It's funny, isn't it, how GPSs don't do anything by halves. It races to put the CDI in the middle and twists the aeroplane around all over the place.
Wisconsin 164, climb and maintain flight level 300.
Climb and maintain 300, Wisconsin 164.
Yeah, I must have not switched the alternators on, but you would imagine I would have got a warning, wouldn't you?
Zulu 2000 for 4000.
Rather than just go dead.
Duke 9 Romeo Zulu, radar contact, VFR altitudes.
Or maybe a...
Up to 0, Duke 9 Romeo Zulu.
Were they on? If I turn one of the alternators off... Oh, I don't want to lose the systems though.
Climbing to flight level 230, American 2323.
This is the old saying, isn't it? I've said no end of times, every flight becomes a test flight with me. Especially if it's a new aeroplane. Trying things out to see what works and what doesn't. So we got 9 miles to run into the next VOR.
American 338, proceed direct Doogie. Cleared for the ILS runway 09er left approach. Descend and maintain altitude 4000 until established.
Descending to 4000, cleared for the ILS runway 09er left approach, American 338.
Duke 9er Romeo Zulu, contact Chicago departure on 125.0. Over to Chicago departure on 125.0, E Duke 9er Romeo Zulu.
Should we switch it to GPS for a bit? So if I change the CDI mode, now what will that have done to this? Yeah, it's gone to roll hold, which is what you'd expect. So let me recapture nav. It will go for the GPS track instead of the course that I had chosen into the VOR. But it then should sequence through the waypoints automatically. Aha, so Andy's saying the alternator lights were red. I just didn't notice.
Radar contact. American 627 contact Chicago departure on 125.0. Switching to Chicago departure on 125.0, American 627.
Looks very good, doesn't it? It's a shame that the chronometers don't, well, they don't appear to work. Whether I'm just using them wrong, I don't know. Whether they should work is another matter.
United 2729 requesting faster.
Should we try the window?
United 2729, speed your discretion.
Speed my discretion, United 2729.
SkyWest 510, contact Chicago Center on 133.625. Baron Bravo Echo.
It's funny, isn't it? I often find myself
119.35.
in the situation, the famous line about maybe my entire purpose of being here is to serve as a warning to others.
United 1842, radar contact.
Chicago departure, Cardinal 4 Zulu Golf 1000.
Cardinal 4 Zulu Golf, radar contact.
So if I was going to have a look on Navigraph, wasn't I, to see where the radio... I guess we are within this radio area here. So Chicago UIR and FIR. Oh no, that's, yeah, from 600 feet up to 18,000 feet.
Cardinal 4 Zulu Golf contact.
So we're going to stay with them until we get out over here. It's still the same though.
Switching to Illinois Valley Tower on 123.0 G, Cardinal 4 Zulu Golf.
Because I think we're going there instead, actually. I did look at flying into Rapid. Sorry, yeah. What's it called? Grand Rapids, isn't it? Yeah. There's a little airfield called Riverview on the outskirts of the city. I thought it might be quite good fun to go there. But then I spotted Muskegon.
Departure United 2048 2000 for 4000.
United 2048 radar contact. Climb and maintain 12 2000.
12 2000 United 2048.
It's pretty windy, but I guess you expect that in Chicago, don't you? I was hoping to see more GA traffic around us, but I guess that won't be because of the big airports nearby.
Chicago approach, United 1160, 15,000.
I mean, yeah, we're in a bit of an empty patch here, look. And there's a lot of big stuff. There's a little GA plane over there, look.
Over to Lewis Tower.
These are all on approach. There's another GA plane flying straight towards us. May see him on the radar in a few minutes then. He's only at 1,500 feet.
Over to Chicago departure on 125.0 East United 2048.
What is it? It's a Cessna 208.
Contact Chicago departure on 119.3.
So we might see him soon.
Chicago departure United 2048 1000.
He's climbing though. 2,400. Yeah, we're only at 2,500 feet. He's going to be a lot higher by the time we see him.
Switching to Chicago Tower on 128.15, United 1842.
I wonder what the sectors are. Yeah, that's fine. We're outside of them now.
United 1828, radar contact.
So that's one of the big advances for those interested with SayIntentions just recently.
United 2394, radar contact. Southwest 4752.
They've introduced, obviously, that they will protect airspaces now, so you can't just freely fly around anymore. You have to go and look at the charts and pay attention.
Chicago departure, Southwest 4752.
But beyond that, there's something really cool that SayIntentions are bringing to the party. I just got an email earlier today. Let me find the email and I can read some of it to you. I think they've announced it on their website as well.
Maintain altitude 5,000 until established.
So the mobile app has been released, by the way, Pocket Sky. So if you're away from your simulator, you can have your phone and you can talk to ATC.
Chicago departure on 119.0 Southwest 3038.
But the really cool thing is TFRs are being implemented, so temporary flight restrictions. So while you're flying along, you'll get TFRs will be communicated. So it may be, you know, airspace gets closed. So a good example of that would be something like Elon Musk launching a rocket, or you know, or maybe, I don't know, some natural event that's occurring, and you get a TFR announced. And they will be adhered to by the controllers.
Contact Chicago Center on 132.905.
But they're going to mirror the real world.
Over to Chicago Center on 132.905 E American 627.
Do they include VFR planes in their traffic depiction? Yes, they do now. So that's the big change that's happened. I have got advanced access to this. It's in alpha at the moment. So it's not available to everybody just yet, but I've got it available to show you on my channel. So when we're looking on the map, you are going to see amongst the little red or the orange aeroplanes, some of these are GA.
Down to 5,000. Cleared for the RNAV
There's
runway 09er center approach.
This is probably not a good area to see them. As we get further away from the city, you'll see more of them.
Proceed direct near AH.
So as we get further down this way, in about another 10 minutes or so,
4,000 until established.
you'll start to see them.
ILS Zulu runway 10 right approach, United 1828.
So that's why I turned on 8. Yeah, there's a couple here. Look, they're showing up.
Baron Bravo Echo Kilo. Contact Chicago departure on 119.35.
Contacting Chicago departure 119.35 Bravo Echo Kilo. Good day. Chicago departure Baron Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo with you at 2,500 feet.
Baron Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, Chicago departure. Good evening, Chicago Romeoville, altimeter 30.06. Chicago approach, United 457, 14,000.
Somebody is crossing our path. They're about 8,000 feet above us. They're up there somewhere.
Southwest 3240 contact, Chicago departure on 119.0.
You can see them on the radar. There's someone else just off. They're 3,000 feet above us, over there somewhere.
Southwest 3240, radar contact.
What range are we showing here? 15 miles. So they're probably about 5 miles away. So we may not see them.
UPS 5608, direct Fran. Cleared for the RNAV runway 09er center approach. Descend and maintain altitude 5,000 until established.
Descending to 5,000. Cleared for the RNAV runway 09er center approach. UPS 5608.
Yeah, so SayIntentions are doing a lot of work with the simulator at the moment. One of the things they're doing is obviously that it already does VFR, but they're also bringing in the VFR aircraft, obviously as I just said, into their living world simulation. But that isn't just going to be, at the moment I'm doing obviously flight following, so you're going to hear other VFR aircraft that are doing the same. But also they're bringing online, as somebody has asked on the live stream comments,
United 24 contact Chicago Center on 132.905.
The common traffic advisory frequency traffic. And the other thing they're also doing is going to be pattern work.
Cleared for the RNAV Yankee runway 10 right approach. Descend and maintain altitude 5,000 until established.
So here we go, we've got somebody coming straight towards us.
Cleared for the RNAV Yankee runway 10 right approach. Delta
So who's that?
UPS 5608 contact Chicago Tower on 128.15.
Oh, it's a commercial carrier.
Chicago Tower on 128.15.
They are descending though. They're probably on the way into one of the stars at Chicago Midway, maybe.
Over to Chicago Center on 126.
Delta, somebody or other.
Southwest 4752. Delta 1084 contact Chicago Tower on 128.15.
Over to Chicago Tower on 128.15, Delta 1084. Departure, Citation 8, Quebec Whiskey 2000 for 4,000.
Citation 8, Quebec Whiskey, radar contact. Altitude restrictions cancelled. Maintain VFR.
1,000, Citation 8, Quebec Whiskey.
United 457, direct Kiev-N. Cleared for the ILS Yankee runway, 10 right approach. Descend and maintain altitude 4,000 until established.
Descending to 4,000, cleared for the ILS Yankee runway 10.
So we're starting to see some more GA aircraft around. So what's this one here?
Contact Chicago Tower on 128.15.
A Husky.
Over to Chicago Tower on 128.15.
This one is a 337. That's a
Whiskey contact Chicago departure on 119.0.
That's a Cessna with the engine on front and back, isn't it? Sky, what's it called? I can't remember its name. Cessna 337.
Citation 8, Quebec Whiskey 1000.
Citation 8, Quebec Whiskey, radar contact. Southwest 3038, contact Chicago Center on 126.275.
Switching to Chicago Center on 126.275 is Southwest 3038.
American 2389er, proceed direct booter.
Cleared for the RNAV Zulu runway 10 right approach. Descend and maintain altitude 5,000 until established.
Descending to 5,000 cleared for the RNAV Zulu runway 10 right approach, American 2389er.
Dashport 2394, contact Chicago departure on 119.0.
Over to Chicago departure on 119.0 E, dashport 2394. Chicago departure, dashport 2394, 1000.
Dashport 2394, radar contact. Dashport 2394, contact Chicago Center on 134.875.
This is us.
Switching to Chicago Center on 134.875, dashport
Can we show
2394.
the sectors on here?
Porter 642, contact Chicago Center on 120.125.
Over to Chicago Center on 120.125, Vice Porter 642.
American 2389er, contact Chicago Tower on 128.15.
Should be drawing airspaces. It's
Over
not
to
doing
Chicago
it, is it?
Tower on 128.15, American 2389er.
Chicago departure, Aerostar, Victor Hotel, Hotel Alpha Hotel. I'd like to pick up IFR flight plan out to Kilo.
So somebody just passing us, they're about 3,000 feet above us. They're up there somewhere.
34.5, 4 Black Delta, see ya.
I think I just saw them.
4 Mike Delta, contact Chicago Center on
There.
134.875. Chicago approach, United 1748.
Or is that a mark on the windscreen?
United 1748, radar contact.
No, I think that's a scratch. No, they would be moving much more quickly than that. I'm not sure what altitude they are. I can't see the number on here. Oh, they're 3,000 feet above us.
For 4,000.
Let's have a look outside.
Duke 6 Zulu Papa, radar contact. Climb and maintain 0.
Climb 0.
Wondering if we'll be able to see their nav lights. Can hear them. Oh, there they are.
Southwest 3240, contact Chicago Center on 126.275.
Switching to Chicago Center on 126.275, East Southwest 3240.
Chicago approach, Lufthansa 2 Charlie, 15,000.
Lufthansa 2 Charlie, radar contact.
Should we switch on the
Contact Laporte Tower on 123.0.
Switching to Laporte Tower on 123.0, citation
the glass
for Lima
instrument,
Hotel.
just to show people that haven't seen it. So if I can switch it on,
Citation for Lima
it'll
Hotel.
take a few seconds for it to fire up. So there's an Aspen Avionics, now what is it? An EFD 1000. There it goes. It's pretty cool, isn't it? So you get a modern HSI, you get a modern attitude indicator, which has got a ribbon for indicated airspeed and altitude, and you get your target altitude from the autopilot showing up here, which is always good. So let's go, and if I zoom into it properly, there we go.
Departure Skywagon.
So there's a menu button.
2,000 for 4,000.
So we can turn bits and pieces off. So radio altitude, we got
Up to 1,000 Skywagon 4 Juliet Lima.
auto course. I wonder what that does. And arc mode. So I guess we turn this, do we? Yeah. So we got CDI or HSI mode. I don't know what it does. I haven't read the book yet.
Baron Golf Juliet
General
Bravo,
setting,
Kilo,
page
Chicago
1 of
departure,
14.
traffic
Oh
signal
my
12 o'clock,
word.
3 miles. Same altitude, Centurion.
Select page. So I wonder how you do that. Is that this, maybe? Okay, that goes through the guidance modes. And that's showing the bearings.
Skywagon 4 Juliet Lima, contact Chicago departure on 125.0.
Interesting.
Over to Chicago departure on 125.0, East Skywagon 4 Juliet Lima.
So someone's saying, is the Bonanza like that? In the real world, aeroplanes of this era have a huge variation in their loadout inside. So depending on the history of the aeroplane, it could have completely different innards. So obviously there are some commonalities, but you know, things like the different... You'll notice, look, all of this can be screwed together. So these panels can be replaced.
Cleared for the ILS Zulu runway 10 right approach. Descend and maintain altitude 4,000 until established.
So you can see the way the radio kit is attached. It's just one great big oblong panel.
Zulu runway 10 right approach. Lufthansa 2 Charlie.
You can see the original instruments behind with the wooden fascia in places. So this is obviously a retrofitted set of kit, but you can see it's a real mosaic, so which points towards the real airplanes will rarely look anything, you know, like each other, depending on their history. You'll get ones, you know, where people have retrofitted GTN 750s into them and all sorts of stuff.
Area tower, citation 8 X-ray kilo established on the approach. Citation 8 X-ray kilo, roger.
The one that always makes me laugh is the GTN, sorry, the Garmin GNS 530 and 430. They've got way more functionality than most people realise hidden inside them. So just for example, on this first page group, we've got obviously the rose mode, we've got the north oriented mode, we've got terrain view. Obviously it's very flat around here, so it's not going to really show us much. We've got the traffic view. Interesting, look, that's still got the focus on it. So normal, I'll leave that on like that. But then beyond that, it's also got a waypoint database and a runway or an airfield database. It's got radio frequency lookups. It's got procedures. So that's showing approaches and transitions. It's also got arrivals, transitions and runways, departures and runways and transitions. It's got nearest VOR lookups. It's got NDB lookups. It's got VOR. It's mad, isn't it? And you can even create your own waypoints inside it. Well, that's just one of the page groups. And then we've got auxiliary, so it's got flight planning and trip planning calculators built into it. What else can it do? You can change loads of options about the displays. And then there's obviously a list of nearest airports, a list of nearest intersections, a list of nearest NDBs, a list of nearest VORs. It's very cool. And it's all hidden inside it and hardly anybody knows. You can even reprogram all of this data around the outside. So if you go into the menu button, you can change the fields. So at the moment, just by stock look, it's showing that your direction of trek, distance to the next waypoint, and ground speed and estimated time en route, so that's time estimate to the next waypoint. So you can see there's an aeroplane just crossing our track right in front of us. Well, I say right in front of us, so a few miles, about 7 miles down the road. But yeah, as much as this is like an achievement that, you know, they've built this brand new thing, I don't know if I'd use it much, but that's just my personal preference. I don't like glass screens very much. So the radio's gone very quiet, hasn't it? Should we have changed frequency? No.
Duke 9 Romeo Zulu, contact Michigan Tower on 122.7.
So you got somebody here, look.
Switching to Michigan Tower on 122.7, Duke 9 Romeo Zulu.
300 feet above us.
Michigan Tower, Duke 9 Romeo Zulu, established on the approach.
Duke 9 Romeo Zulu, roger.
They're right in front of us, slightly higher than us. just crossing our path. They're 1,000 feet higher, about a mile or so in front of us. Where are they? I often find it quite difficult to spot people.
Juliet, Bravo, Echo, Kilo, Chicago departure, traffic at your 12 o'clock, 3 miles, same altitude, Musketeer.
So there we go, it just warned us. But they're off to one side now, they're over here somewhere. If we had the time of day modified, we'd probably see their lights quite easily. Should we try it? There they are. So you'll actually see the lights of all the other planes now. This is probably a good idea, isn't it? Because we get to see the traffic. So who's that coming past? Oh look, we got a warning. Because of them. And now I've lost sight of them. That was clever of me, wasn't it?
Baron, Golf, Juliet, Bravo, Echo, Kilo, Chicago departure, traffic at your 12 o'clock, less than 1 mile. Same altitude,
there it is. So with the nav lights on, we can see them lit up against the dark background. Yeah, look, crossing across our path, so it's lit up as a warning on the 530. So that's the equivalent of, it's called ADS-B, it's the equivalent of TCAS on the big jets.
Citation 7 Uniform Echo contact. Porter Tower on 122.725.
Switching to Porter Tower on 122.725 is Citation 7 Uniform Echo.
Citation 2 Delta Echo contact Porter Tower on 122.725.
Switching to Porter Tower on 122.725. Citation 2 Delta Echo.
Porter Tower, Citation 7 Uniform Echo, established on the approach.
Citation 7 Uniform Echo, roger.
Porter Tower, Citation 2 Delta Echo, established on the approach.
Citation 2 Delta Echo, roger.
So there's a message in the live stream, someone asking, do we know how long until the SayIntentions Living World GA traffic will be released? I don't know. It's only just, well, a week ago it came out, or is it 2 weeks ago now? It hasn't been out in alpha for very long, but they tend to be pretty quick about giving it to the community. So they're working really hard at it. That is so cool, isn't it?
Citation 2 November Echo contact Gary Tower on 125.6.
The two warnings showing up.
Switching to Gary Tower on 125.6, say Citation 2 November Echo. Gary Tower, Citation 2 November Echo, established on the approach.
Citation 2 November Echo, roger.
So there's a guy to our left that's lower than us. Has he just taken off out of here, maybe?
Baron, Golf, Juliet, Bravo, Echo, Kilo, Chicago departure, contact South
there he is.
Departure on 132.05.
He's landing.
Baron 5 Juliet Yankee contact Lansing Tower on 122.7.
Contacting South Bend departure 132.05. Bravo, Echo, Kilo, good day.
Over to
South Bend departure, Baron, Golf, Juliet, Bravo, Echo, Kilo, 2,500 feet. Somebody crossing our path over here as well.
Baron Golf, Juliet Bravo, Echo, Kilo, South Bend departure. Good morning,
I think they're
Michigan
going to come through
altimeter
behind us.
30.09er.
How do we stop this from having an alert on the screen? Can we just clear it? Yeah. I guess it's a positive action to clear an alert rather than it disappear on its own. Okay, there's nothing in front of us now for a while. Oh. Obviously we can see it live on Little Nav Map anyway. So it was just that little cluster of aeroplanes we flew through.
Musketeer 4 Hotel November contact Laporte Tower on 123.0.
Over to Laporte Tower on 123.0, ACAR Musketeer 4 Hotel
The message is just the routing information. The Garmin GNS 530 and 430 are a bit of a so-and-so for doing that all the time. I don't know if you can turn it off. It tells you at every turn, you know, what your next heading is, which I guess is interesting. But so we've got 18 miles to run until our next waypoint. I'm just going to keep an eye on the traffic. Playing with the traffic, as they say. So there is somebody coming, look, on an intercept 6,000 feet above us. Actually, no, that's not their number. I don't know. The system's not saying yet. Oh, here we go. 5,000 feet above. Should we try the lighting out in the aeroplane? I haven't tried it yet. So if we wind the time even further. So I was using a torch at the moment because I haven't turned any internal lighting on. So lighting, we've got, that's the external lighting. What do we have in the way of internal? Does it have internal lighting? That's just the aircon, isn't it? Okay.
Golf, Juliet Bravo, Echo Kilo, South Bend departure. I've coordinated your transition through the South Bend. Michiana Regional Charlie. Maintain current altitude. Remain this frequency.
Maintaining altitude and will remain this frequency. Bravo Echo Kilo.
Over to Michigan Tower on 122.7, Skywagon 4 Juliet Lima.
So here's somebody,
Tower,
and there's someone
Juliet
else.
Lima, established on the approach.
Skywagon 4 Juliet Lima, roger.
Somebody just crossing our path a little way above us. They are shifting, aren't they? You can see their lights lighting up the sky. Very cool. So who's the next one going to be? And it's come up, look, with a warning because they were so close.
Laporte Tower, Musketeer 4 Hotel November, established on the approach.
Musketeer 4 Hotel November, roger.
Be interesting to go back to downtown Chicago, wouldn't it? To go and look at the planes on approach, because you'll see them all lined up in the sky.
Tower on 119.5.
Switching to Elkhart Tower on 119.5. Duke 6 Papa Foxtrot.
seeing as everybody else is running their landing lights,
Established on the approach.
let's go and put ours on as well.
Duke 6 Papa Foxtrot, roger.
So you can see that we're now lighting up the ground the same way. I love the way the lighting is done. It's very clever. So I was going to have a look and see if we can put a backlight on any of the instruments with it being dark. I'm not sure where the controls will be for it though. Let's just have a dig around in the cockpit. Cabin heat, cabin air. Aha, light rheostats. They're hidden down here, look. So let's look at this while we're doing it. We'll widen the view out. That's better. Yeah, so obviously it's much more difficult to spot aeroplanes in the daytime, but if you can see their lights at night, you can see them miles away. Which means we can compare what we're seeing in the sky. Now we're getting away from the city though, look, it's a lot quieter out here.
2000 for 4000.
Bonanza 7 Echo Echo, radar contact. Altitude restrictions canceled. Maintain VFR.
So we were talking to, South Bend departures were monitoring us as we passed through. So they just wanted us to maintain the same altitude, look. So yeah, I'm being asked, do I have flight following? Yes. So the controllers are handing me off between each other, so I just have to do the quick, announcing altitude as I go into each airspace to each controller. It works really nicely. So we should be making a left turn. Watch the flight director kick over. It's still on nav mode, isn't it? Yeah. There it goes. On to the next leg.
Climb maintain flight level 220, 27 Echo.
27 Echo, contact Chicago Center on 127.55.
127.55, 27 Echo.
So we're going to hear far less of that commercial traffic now. It looks amazing at night, doesn't it? Or early hours of the morning, in this case. Do we get a clock anywhere? Don't think we do we? Unless it's hidden somewhere else in the cockpit. Okay.
Citation 7 Bravo Lima, contact Elkhart Tower on 119.5.
So there's this group of aeroplanes.
Tower on 119.5. Citation 7 Bravo Lima.
That we may see, although I think they'll pass behind us, won't they?
Citation 7 Bravo Lima, established on the approach.
Citation 7 Bravo Lima, roger.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get called by, for the next sector soon. Good point about the yoke. Although saying that, yeah, the chronometer wasn't working earlier, so I think that's where it should be. Maybe they haven't implemented it. It's nice to see that it's got a turn coordinator, so you can play games with doing standard rate turns and seeing how accurately you can do them. If anybody saw the video I put out the other week, just going through basic airmanship exercises and standard rate turns, it's one of those. It seems like quite a boring thing to do if you're just watching it, but if you're doing it, it's remarkably rewarding to know that you executed a turn and held altitude, and you covered 2 minutes for the 360 degrees. It's good fun to do.
Echo, climb and maintain flight level 220.
Climb and maintain flight level 220, 27 Echo.
27 Echo, climb and maintain flight level 270.
Climb and maintain flight level 270, 27 Echo.
So now we're away from the city. Obviously the traffic has calmed down a lot. That said, there's still a few aeroplanes around. Look.
Cessna 6 Tango Zulu, contact South Bend Tower on 135.675. Over to South Bend Tower on 135.675. Cessna 6 Tango Zulu.
How do we check fuel levels then? I guess it's this thing here, isn't it? Which I've never really played around with too much.
Climb and maintain flight level 240.
Up to flight level 240, Delta 2453.
So nautical miles and gallons. Gallons to destination. It doesn't actually know, does it? Gallon reserve.
South Bend Tower, Cessna 6 Tango Zulu. Established on the approach.
What's on the other side of the cockpit?
Zulu, Roger.
So instrument air, that's the suction gauge. Then you've got PSI, cylinder head temperature, oil temperature. Interesting.
Departure Voyager 2, Uniform Golf 2000 for 4000.
Voyager 2 Uniform Golf, radar contact, VFR altitudes.
Some traffic coming in from the right hand side of us. That's him there, isn't it?
641 Charlie Papa is with you, routing to the west, VFR, squawking 655 and 4.
There he is.
Twin Cessna, November 641 Charlie Papa, South Bend approach, radar contact.
Has he lit up the screen yet with a warning? Thought he might.
Voyager 2 Papa Oscar, contact South Bend departure on 118.55.
Over to South Bend departure on 118.55 in Voyager 2 Papa Oscar.
Baron Bravo Echo Kilo, traffic at your 12 o'clock 2 miles. Same altitude, Skylane.
Copy. Traffic at same altitude, Bravo Echo Kilo. I can't see them, no, they're not on the map. Maybe that was just a late communication.
Southbound departure, Voyager 2.
Maybe they can see something we can't.
Voyager 2 Papa Oscar, radar contact.
I'm going to switch this instrument off. I don't actually like it very much. I'd rather have the stock one. It looks better, doesn't it? Get a stock HSI as well. Obviously it doesn't do anything when you're in GPS mode, but should we go back over to radio nav? Give us something to do. 11660. Actually, we could go straight for this one, couldn't we? 11210. That's the Pullman VOR. 11210. So we're going to jump over here. 11210. Let me just double check that frequency. Yeah, that's correct. So we switch that to active. And we'll have to go and do this anyway. Okay, so if we put this back to spin the heading bug around, can we just hold this? Aha! We can drag it in this aeroplane. They've implemented that. Not all aeroplanes allow you to do that. So we'll go heading mode, and then we'll go and switch the CDI mode to VLOC.
27 Echo, contact Chicago Center on 124.825.
Who knew? I wish more developers would allow that to be done.
Chicago Center 124.825 to 7 Echo.
So then go nav mode, and it will turn us towards the VOR.
Skymaster 9er, X-ray, November, contact Chicago Center on 127.625.
Switching to Chicago Center on 127.625. Skymaster 9er X-ray, November.
Someone's saying, is there any news? I didn't know the frequency intervals were switching around. Maybe that will get fixed on Sim Update 3. Whoa, I just...
Contact Great Lakes departure on 119.2.
Contacting Great Lakes departure 119.2. Bravo Echo Kilo. Great Lakes departure. Baron Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo with you, 2,500 feet.
Baron Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, Great Lakes departure. Good morning, Waterville at altimeter 30.09er.
Departure stationary, Charlie Yankee 2000 for 4,000.
So we've got 15 miles to run.
Yankee, radar contact.
Seeing as we've just changed frequencies, that's going to give me a little bit of time. So I'm going to go get something to drink, and I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm going to wind the time back as well into the morning. There we go. I'll leave it like that for a few minutes. I'll be back soon. I'm just going to go make a coffee.
Departure, Citation 9er India Lima 2000 for 4,000.
Citation 9er India Lima, radar contact, climb and maintain 1,000.
Up to 1,000, Citation 9er India Lima.
Stationary 8 Charlie Yankee contact, South Bend departure on 118.55.
Over to South Bend departure on 118.55. CE is stationary 8 Charlie Yankee.
Citation 2 Echo India contact South Bend Tower on 135.675.
Over to South Bend Tower on 135.675. Oh, Citation 2 Echo India. South Bend Tower, Citation 2 Echo India, established on the approach.
Citation 2 Echo India, roger. Departure Cessna 123 Alpha Zulu. Did you copy last transmission?
Cessna 3 Alpha Zulu, roger, 5300 feet. Say your intentions and destination airport.
Intentions are to climb 6000 feet, destination airport South Bend International. Cessna 123 Alpha Zulu.
South Bend departure, Station Air 8 Charlie Yankee 1000.
Station Air 8 Charlie Yankee, radar contact.
Departure Duke 1 India Victor 2000 for 4000.
Duke 1 India Victor, radar contact. Altitude restrictions canceled. Maintain VFR.
Up to 1000, Duke 1 India Victor.
Departure Citation 6 Tango Sierra 2000 for 4000.
Citation 6 Tango Sierra, radar contact. Climb and maintain 1000.
Climb 1000, Citation 6 Tango Sierra.
Citation 3 X-ray Mike, radar contact. Maintain VFR at or below 1000.
Departure Citation 3 Sierra Charlie 2000 for 4000.
Okay, I'm back.
Citation 3 Sierra Charlie,
I have
radar
coffee.
contact, VFR altitude.
I'm pretty much immune to caffeine because of my job. Software developers tend to live on coffee.
Contact South Bend departure on 118.55.
Over to South Bend departure on 118.55. Starts with Duke 1 India Victor.
How are we doing on the routes?
Kalamazoo Tower, business liner, 9er X-ray
42 nautical miles. But we...
9er X-ray Golf, roger.
Yeah, we've just gone past the VOR, so we're tuning into the final Muskegon County.
Over to South Bend departure on 118.55.
So I'm going to put this... I'm going to make this available to the community. Where do we land? Do we go to Grand Rapids, or do we carry on up to Muskegon County? Which would people like to see more? Should we go and have a tour of Grand Rapids?
South Bend departure, Duke 1 India Victor 1000.
Duke 1 India Victor, radar contact.
So I really don't mind where I go for the destination. The international airport is not designed for us. We would be going somewhere like... I guess there's more chance of seeing other traffic at Muskegon County.
Kalamazoo Tower, citation 3 Sierra Tango, established on the approach.
Citation 3 Sierra Tango, roger.
Oh, we could go, yes, we could go and do a touch and go at Riverview, couldn't we? Go and have a look at Grand Rapids. So let's go and... Should we stop flight following now? Centre, Baron Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, cancelling flight following.
Baron Bravo Echo Kilo, roger. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR, frequency change approved. Duke 1 India Victor, contact South Haven area tower on 122.8.
Squawk VFR, frequency change approved, Bravo Echo Kilo, good day.
Over to South Haven area tower on 122.8 is Duke 1 India Victor. South Haven area tower, Duke 1 India Victor established on the approach.
Duke 1 India Victor, roger.
So I don't think we'll hear anything on CTAF, but you never know. So we want some vectors to go over towards Grand Rapids, don't we? So measure 37 degrees. Heading mode. Are there any radio beacons over that way? No. Oh well. It's worth a go, wasn't it? So we're just having a look at the map on the VFR map from Navigraph. So we're shooting across here towards, I guess it's this airfield, is it? Hudsonville. No, it's beyond Hudsonville. It's on the bend of the river. It's over here. Riverview, Jenison Riverview. Interesting. And then you've got Grand Rapids. So we'll see how we get on. I guess we could program it onto the GPS, couldn't we, just to give us a rough direction. So between PMM we want to go to 08C. Can I remember how to do this? I can. So this will then lead us towards where we want to go, and we can do this as a direct to as well. There we go. So we could change this back to GPS mode and go nav, and it will navigate us directly to Riverview. And then we get to admire the landscape along the way while I sip my coffee. Should put the camera behind the aeroplane so you can see what's coming. Right, I'm just going to have a sip of my coffee for a moment. So, I'm being asked about range and top speed for this airplane. Do you know? I don't know. So, obviously you can do about 180. I've been quite conservative most of the route with the mixture dialed back and the manifold pressure. Well, I've not been pushing it too much. Obviously we can open this look. If I go and up the RPM, watch the speed. And if we go rich on the mixture, look at the fuel flow. Look at the airspeed. Obviously it's going to do the engine no good at all, but I don't think Carenado aeroplanes simulate it that accurately. But I have no doubt it would carry on through about 190 knots. So the amount of fuel you're using is really dependent on the mixture. But you can play games with mixture to go a lot further if you need to. The fuel we were talking about earlier, look, it's hidden behind the mixture levers. So we're fine. So this sounds like it has a colossal range, because we've been flying for what, an hour and a half, and it's not even made a dent in the fuel tanks, look. There we go, look, Steve F has got the book numbers for everybody. Yeah, obviously you can... The engines in Carenado aeroplanes are not realistically simulated. Like I said earlier, they are set specifically to be accessible to the wider community. So if you want a realistic aeroplane where you're going to have to babysit it, then you're going to either go and get one of the A2A planes, or some of the INI-build ones are very good as well, but Black Square are probably, you know, the best, or not among the best in town, along with A2A. Okay, so we're coming into the outskirts of... Okay, I'm going to turn autopilot off and fly by hand. Let's follow the river in to the city to go and have a look around. So there's the airfield that we were looking at to do a touch and go at. Which way's the wind? So it's going to be a 10 knot crosswind no matter which direction we come in from. So if we were to... Let's cut the RPM. If I loop round to the right and we can do an approach in. Obviously it's going to be a touch and go, not a full stop. So this is going to be interesting because I have not done a landing in this. So I have no idea how it's going to behave. It's a bit squirrely. That's a technical term, that, squirrely. Hello, what's going on with this? I think the simulator is struggling for data. I think that's what's going on with that. Should we move the time further forward into the day so we get a midday landing at our destination? So we're 20 miles out from our destination. Let's go and see, can we tune this in? We'll have to look up the location, the radio code, won't we? So comm radio for tower 126250. That's a real pain, isn't it? And let's get the name of it right. Muskegon County. Muskegon County, Baron Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo approaching from the south, requesting full stop landing.
Baron Bravo Echo Kilo, enter left downwind for runway 32.
Left downwind, runway 32, Bravo Echo Kilo. So runway 32 is this one, so we need to go left downwind, so we need to come out to the left of the airport. Now there is other traffic around. Unless we go, unless we do an orbit. Yeah, let's do that. Be more fun, wouldn't it? So we're gonna put ourselves on this side of the airfield and do a box pattern and then go left for runway 32. We could just overfly in the same direction as the airfield, of course. So we want, what sort of direction is that? Measure distance. 320 degrees. It's a shame the wind isn't the right way to use the ILS, or the active runway isn't correct for that. Although he looks like he's using... Is he no, he's not descending. He's overflying. Maybe he's doing the same thing, doing a box pattern to come in. But now we're tuned to tower frequency. We may hear these two talking to the tower if they're coming in here. So there's some conversation going on about flight planning, and if you want a free option, go to...
Oscar Charlie, winds 210 at 3, runway 32 cleared to land.
Go to planner.flightsimulator.com. I'll do it alongside the simulator. And you can put your route in like we have today. So there's our basic route.
Cleared to land,
Look,
runway 32, Bonanza
charts.
Niner Oscar Charlie.
So put in your airfield up here. So say we were talking about EGLL, which would be London Heathrow. And then press enter, I guess. Do we press enter? Oh no, that's the... Sorry, this is looking at the charts for this airfield. How do we change the airfield? That's a really good question. So we'd have to go and click on one over here, I guess. So let's go and pick one in the middle. Here we go. Chord. Here we go. Charts. There we go, look. So these are built into the simulator. It uses the Lufthansa charts. So if you turn that back into a normal, and they're very good. So obviously you can see lots of other stuff in here. So we've got arrival charts, showing you all sorts of diagrams, but these are built in. So Asobo licensed them from Lufthansa. If you zoom in down the bottom of the page, you can see, look, Lufthansa Systems, it says down the bottom. And that's where they licensed this flight planning tool from as well. So although it says Flight Simulator, it's actually made by Lufthansa. So for any of the international airports, you can get charts for nothing. You don't have to have Navigraph. Yeah, so you can read all of these. These are quite neat and tidy, the way the layout works. But yeah, they're very good. And that's built into 2024. So you absolutely don't need Navigraph. But if the Navigraph has coverage...
Oscar Charlie, contact ground on 121.6.
So we're just going to fly over overhead, then we'll drop down to 1,000 feet as we make the turn back around. So what's the elevation of the airfield? Show information for Muskegon County. Overview, elevation 600. So you want to be 1,600 feet. So we're 1,000 feet higher than that, or thereabouts at the moment, which is good. Here's the airfield. So we are going to land on this runway, but they've asked us to do left pattern to come in, so we're going to fly around the airfield to do that.
Tango Bravo, contact departure.
Do you have the departure frequency, velocity 010 Tango Bravo?
010 Tango Bravo, I'm sorry, but I do not have. For departure information, contact Great Lakes. Departure on 133.825, safe flight.
So we're going to drop now to
Roger, velocity 0 Tango Bravo.
1,600 feet.
Baron Bravo, Echo Kilo, winds 210 at 3, runway 32, cleared to land.
They've just changed the runway, haven't they? Oh, he said runway 32, didn't he? Yeah. Clear to land runway 32, Bravo Echo Kilo. So we are already descending down to 1600 feet, so let's come off the power. And we're going to turn ourselves through 90 degrees. We're going to start getting our aeroplane ready for landing if we can get behind everything. So landing lights are already on. So down here are the okay, so we're going to do another 90 degrees in a moment. The cowl flaps, I meant to say. So it's obviously we need another 80 degrees, not another 90 degrees. So there's the runway. Let's turn the autopilot off. We do this by hand now.
Air 946, contact departure.
Over to departure, bring Air 1946.
Notice those pylons at the last moment. There's a heck of a crosswind going on. I'm having to fight it quite a lot. I was going to turn that way, but there's someone in the way.
Baron Bravo Echo Kilo, welcome to Muskegon. Contact ground on 121.6.
Contacting ground 121.6, Bravo Echo Kilo. I'm going to come off over here because there's a taxiway right here. Let's get off the runway and then we'll contact ground. Let's get rid of that out of the way. So landing lights off, strobe light off, taxi light on, and then call ground. Whereabouts are we? Let's have a look on the airfield. Oh my word, they're going to send us on a wild goose chase, aren't they? Oh, maybe they won't. Maybe they'll send us over into this corner. Muskegon ground, Baron Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo requesting taxi to general aviation parking. What are they going to tell us?
Baron Bravo Echo Kilo, taxi to general aviation parking via Echo, cross runway 24, then Alpha, cross runway 14, then Hotel Foxtrot. Good day.
Husky 2 Quebec Lima, ready to taxi.
Husky 2 Quebec Lima, taxi to runway 32 via Foxtrot Kilo, cross runway 32, then Bravo.
32 via Foxtrot Kilo, cross runway 32, then Bravo, Husky 2 Quebec Lima.
I wonder if Navigraph have a better taxi chart. They do. Hurrah. Okay. Taxiing to general aviation parking via Echo, cross runway 24, then Alpha, cross runway 14, then Hotel Foxtrot. Good day. So let's have a look. Echo, cross runway. So we are here. So Echo, cross runway.
Baron Bravo Echo Kilo, continue taxi to general aviation parking via Echo, cross runway 24, then Alpha, cross runway 14, then Hotel Foxtrot. Good day.
So they want us to double bank. So Echo this side, Alpha on the opposite side.
Our IFR clearance to Madison. Clear to Madison, radar vectors Badger, then is file 5, maintain 4, expect 2401, 0 minutes after departure, departure 119.8, squawk 6234, will expect runway 24, 2 Juliet Romeo.
Muskegon ground, good morning, Plane Masters 386 Papa Mike, at the main ramp, information India. Ready to pick up our IFR clearance to DuPage.
I'll grab that clearance. Give me just a minute.
Hotel and Foxtrot. So Hotel is the fourth turn on the left. So, Sherwin's asking, is this SIM update 2? Yes, it is. It is not the beta. It is not SIM update 3. I never use the betas because I don't want to be a tester. I'd rather use the simulator in its supposedly polished form. This is us.
Muskegon Ground, Spring Air 1946 is Cessna Caravan. Looking to pick up VFR flight following to Gerald R. Ford. Maintain VFR at or below 1,500 feet. Departure on 119.8, squawk 5552, Spring Air 1946.
Spring Air 946, read back, correct?
Muskegon Ground, Spring Air 1946 is ready to taxi.
There we go. So there we have it. That's the Carenado Beechcraft B55 Baron in Flight Simulator 2024. It's got the wear and tear modelling on it as well, hasn't it? Look, it's accumulated dirt during the flight, which means it will probably work in missions if they've gone that far. Yeah, look, it's a bit of a mess, isn't it? Even the leading edge of the tail is covered in rubbish. Okay, so Sherwin's saying they put out an update on the simulator, maybe full release next week. Yeah, that'd be interesting. So I'm sure a lot of people are waiting for Sim Update 3. The one thing I'm really looking for them to fix is the delays in the mapping of controllers, so we don't get the 6 or 7 seconds delay every time we flick through a profile. That would be really, really nice. Anyway, I'm going to leave this here. Hope you enjoyed that this evening. So that was just a fly around the south end of... oh, we did that quite neatly, didn't we? Look. As a flight around the south end of Lake Michigan. So we took off from Kenosha earlier and we flew around the city because using SayIntentions we're not allowed anywhere near the big airports anymore unless you have, you know, clearance into the sectors. Interestingly though, South Bend gave us clearance and, you know, just gave us strict instruction for passing through their airspace, which was great. Okay, so there's our loop we did to get onto the approach loop. But yeah, I'll take that.
Muskegon Ground taxi to FBO ramp via Charlie Juliet. Have a good day.
See you again soon. Take care.